The target victim of this story would like to remain anonymous for safety and privacy. The story has been verified, and I have interviewed the victim via a Zoom call. My encounter with Desi Gato. It all began since last year during the pandemic. I was not working at the moment because I was on a furlough from my job. Of course, I feel isolated at home during lockdown. I was on Instagram when she messaged me saying hello. It's because I was a fan of House of Desi on podcast, and by sending her a message that I was a fan of hers. So that's why I wanted to reach out to her. We talk a little bit on Instagram until she asked me if maybe we can talk on Google Hangouts. I said okay. She falls in love with me, and I thought it was okay for a while. We talked about love and plans for the future. We did send pictures to each other and thought she's real, and I was kind of nice enough to send pictures too. My only goal and plan was to meet in person ASAP. Then she said she wanted to wait until COVID-19 slowed down. Also planned to travel, being a host of podcasts, and do everything together. It'll help spending the rest of my life with her, and could have been the one. Until the nightmare begins, when one day she asked me to send money to her, and I thought I was only helping her because she needed it for her model. She works 3 jobs for modeling, real estate, and podcast, and I thought it would be okay. Until she asked me for my help by asking for an account and routing number on Cash App. I kept telling her no, forget about it. She convinced me, or I've been convinced her, peer-to-peer payment suggestion by payment on Cash App, just to be on the safe side, but she does not have Cash App anymore because her account got hacked. So I ended up getting an account and routing number. When the money arrived from the state of Arizona benefit pay for direct deposit of $7,170 on Cash App, I thought it was a direct deposit coming from her like a check. I didn't plan on spending the money because it's possible it was a scam and hacked money. I didn't have any knowledge about where the money came from, so I continued investigating her. And what do you know about the state of Arizona? She said yes, because she made a deal by endorsements. There's a reason why she asked me for my account and routing number on Cash App, because a manager does not want to be aware by monitoring her on Cash App account while working at Fashion Nova that she can lose a percentage of her money and feeling threatened to get fired. So I kept telling her, what if the money is not ours? It belongs to the state of Arizona. She said she took care of the situation and it appears it's her money. If money is lost, then she would have to kill me. So I tried to help her get the money and ended up spending $1,980 on Bitcoin because I have no choice and no help whatsoever. The money belongs to her. After I made a Bitcoin transaction, I thought she said nothing is going to happen to my Cash App account and think Cash App is safe by helping her to get the money where it belongs through Bitcoin, and it's already withdrawn until I find out Cash App closes my account due to a possible scam. I didn't want to withdraw my bank account because I'm afraid that it'll cause a negative balance on my bank from my money that got hacked. I fall for it as a victim, and it turns out it was a big mistake because I thought money belongs to her, but I do believe the money belongs to the state of Arizona, and it's misinformation on her part. I tried to contact Cash App about why they closed my account. Cash App doesn't have a phone number, so the only thing I did was to send an email for contact support to report a transaction made to direct deposit in Bitcoin transaction that is already in withdrawal. There's no answer from Cash App. My only plan is to not touch the money until she asks me about login information on a Cash App account, and I'll tell her no because this to me is committing fraud to break the law. After she told me to send money of $2,500 to her bank account because she said money without issues to her bank account, she needed money to pay her rent, and since my Cash App is closed. Weeks later, still having money left over from Cash App to transfer money, $2,462 to pay off for Desi Gato. I was able to get a reopening of my account. As days went on, we did phone call about plans and agreement about our relationship and to contact her through video chat. but she didn't want to have video chat because she's too busy cooking and making all kinds of excuses, so we only talk a couple minutes and go back to our chatting. She thinks her video chat is broken. I keep asking questions. I feel like she's hiding this from me. Also, I did follow her on social media, but what's strange is she hasn't liked any of my videos or pictures on social media. I've argued with her over and over on Hangouts to discuss the situation about how in the hell am I supposed to pay her with all the money. So I tried to video chat, and she doesn't like the fact that I keep asking for video chat. It was due to concerns about the money that we haven't met for the last couple months. It seems she does not want to meet me because she might be afraid to meet me in person. Maybe because of the policy called Fashion Nova, or something else that she might be getting in trouble by taking the risk without me. Awareness. It started to make me feel uncomfortable. Then she tells me she was to open a bank account without her. I tell her no, it's fraud situation. Another thing she tells me was asking me to borrow money, and I said no because it's illegal, and I could get into serious trouble by the law. She's doing this to me to hurt the relationship, to get money. One day after money's been collected, we kept talking, not only on chat, but I was also finally able to connect to her on video chat to know who she really is. However, it was on a recording, and by looking at her face in the car, I'm having a gut feeling that it was recorded on video chat and not an actual live video call. She's asking me to borrow my money. I kept saying no, not because I don't trust her, it's because we haven't met in person. And she got mad at me that day and kept fighting me for days. I didn't talk to her for days until I came back to talk to her, and I tried to tell her what's going on. The only way I'll keep chatting was sending her money. She wanted money to get a new phone, and unfortunately, she could have got the money back on Cash App. Not only Cash App was blocked because of spam, but because my account now is permanently closed. A couple weeks later, we're supposed to make it happen for an upcoming first date. Until that she showed me that my bank information to receive money from her work, and I kept saying no. I told her not anymore, that I don't have a bank info, because I could get into trouble, again, by receiving free money or possibly a closed bank account permanently. I tried to tell her, ask your family or friends to help you with your bank situation. The problem is, you're the only one I can trust with my money. And she tells me, you're the last person on earth that I trust. I don't want to get involved with that, and drop the conversation. One day before Christmas, she keeps saying about her dress for the first date. I kept telling her just go buy the dress, and holding on to that first date that I really have a gift for her. Once again, she continues to convince me to send money for Cash App. Unfortunately, again, my Cash App is closed in the account, probably because it got involved in a scam. She then asked if I can send money, either Bitcoin, gift cards, or PayPal. I've been forced to send the money to different people on their email addresses that I didn't know, and I didn't go through the payment because of protection. Anything I tried to telling her the whole time, but now she's really angry at me for lying, and the first date has been canceled. Which I'm disappointed because I've been waiting for this day to happen, and now I feel heartbroken. We've been arguing for the past several weeks, talking to solve our problems, and trying to move forward with a setup for a new date. Also, I tried my very best to move on and helped her to stay out of trouble relationships so that once I meet her in person to see a real Desi Gato, it won't be any more troubles once we meet. Unfortunately, she made a big mistake by saying these words. So there's no way we can meet face to face for now. Only you can do it, and what I ask you to do now, then we are free to go. Open a Wells Fargo bank for me, and I won't ask you for anything. But be me, someone who can't take care of me, and I can't try and show off face to face to the person because he doesn't care about me at all. He cares about my face and not my soul, not my happiness. It's that calls one love. Just answer me. Is that love? Look, if you can take care of me, then forget about me. That all nowadays you make me feel bad. All days, not even for you to make me happy. Just for once. And here you are. Tell me you love me. Money is not the relationship. That this is what? A F, as you say? That was the final words from her. How I feel like this was the last strike. I feel like I'm done because this relationship is going downhill, and in the long run, I continue chatting with her, The only thing she cared about is money, not face-to-face, or there's going to be a disaster. So I decided that this relationship is over, and I blocked her for good. I finally found out that it is not Desi Gato when I used image search. I don't know if it was somebody else who pretended to be Desi or actually her to do something stupid. If it was her, it'll be hell to pay. You know, I will never do anything to hurt relationships. I show kindness and respect, and I feel like she's the one that started this in the first place to tarnish relationships. It was never about love. She cheated on me for money to convince me to become an enemy and end my life for good in prison. Not only that I'm done using Google Hangouts and Cash App ever again, but I'm against scammers for life. What's really dumb is that when she sent me, in my final words, never put money first online when you never meet in person. Always meet in person before starting talking about relationships and finances. If they don't, it will always be heartbroken and red flags. I hope, God forbid, the scammers, they need to learn to change themselves. They must take responsibility for their actions, and scammers should be in prison, not victims. Thank you for sharing my story, and my heart goes out to victims who's been through scammers. That's her name, Desi Gato, that I met on Instagram, and we talk on Google Hangouts, and I can tell that it's fake. We'd like to thank this gentleman for sharing his story and his encounter on Instagram with a scammer. If you'd like to share your story, drop us a line on Facebook under Scamming Scammers Action, or send us an email, scammingscammers@gmail.com. We will make your story into a video that might help others, both make others aware and to heal others who might have become a victim. Thanks for watching. Take care.